stand by for the Alex Perez Show Weekend Edition, starting now on the Disability TV Network, starting now. And I'll tell you what is on my screen here once I let my opening play. One more time. Hi guys on the Alex Bullis show page. And welcome to a Wednesday night edition of the Alex Bullis show on the Disability TV Network. On today's show, I'm going to be talking about the Gators. And can the Gators... I want to be talking about the Gators. And can the Gators maintain their guys, I'm just testing is everything working. Before I get the show started, sorry about that. I might show that video a little bit later in the show. But welcome to a weekend edition on the Disability TV Network. Let me play my opening again so I can see if it works. If not, I'll start it all over. Okay. Sorry about the little technical glitch with my intro, but let's hear that intro one more time since I got it working now. Hold on, guys. I'll start the show in just a second. I'll even go longer tonight if I have to. What here on the Disability TV Network. To see, when there's technical difficulties, I like to go as long as I can to get everything in. So let's start this all over. Hi, this is Alex Perez, and you're watching the Alex Perez Show on the Disability TV Network, starting now. it it'll help if you can hear me. Welcome to a weekend edition of the Alex Perez Show, live on the Alex Perez Show page. On on tonight's show, I'm gonna be talking about my favorite Nickelodeon shows. And here's one that you might remember. Back in the 1990s, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Um, this was a old show. Back on Nickelodeon, but they brought it back. They kind of we voted it for another season. I know, right? You're probably saying, how can a show beyond all these decades later? I think it's because of the 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 the, the ratings. And Nickelodeon wanted to reboot it, and and here it and here it is. Back on TV again. My favorite shows that are on Nickelodeon now is Are You Afraid of the Dark is one, and Double Dare, and Rocket Power, and this old game show that used to be on Nickelodeon, Legends of the Hidden Temple. I'll say it again. Legends of the Hidden Temple. And and my favorite TV show is Are You Afraid of the Dark? All that. Um, and Walker Power and 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 when when in Stimpy and and there's a lot of great shows on Nickelodeon in the 90s that I like. Have you guys remember this old show, Ned Ned's Ned's Classified School Survival Guide? Well, well, that was my favorite show. Ned, so, 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 Ned, um, Ned, so, uh, classified school survival. Sorry if I started it for a minute. If I had the image up, I would show it to you. But there's a lot of shows that came on in the 90s on Nickelodeon. Uh, that, you know, I like. Um, I can't name them all. Um, um, I I used to like the the the, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon. The the Power Rangers is back on Nickelodeon now. With their new series on Nickelodeon. That old show, All That, is back on Nickelodeon. Some of the shows that are on Nickelodeon now that came on years ago, it's still on. Sorry guys, I was trying to turn on my camera so you guys can see. There's there's the show Are You Afraid of the Dark? I'm watching now on my TV on Nickelodeon now. So um okay, let me rotate my camera back here so you guys not looking at the wall. Um well that's the show I'm watching now, and as I as I'm as I mentioned my top 10 shows. That came on Nickelodeon. You you comment down below which one that that you like that I mentioned out of the Nickelodeon top 10. There's Are You Afraid of the Dog? This one. Or Double Dare. Or Rocket Power. Hey Arnold. And there's a lot of um there's a lot of Nickelodeon shows. Power Power Rangers. Um the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They were on Nickelodeon for quite some time. Hey Arnold, Rugrats, um, um, Keenan and Kel was on for quite some time on Nickelodeon. All that was on for quite some time in the 90s, and it still comes on today. you know what show? What I what I what I really think they should mm, put back on the air. Um, is um is is Legends of the Hidden Temple. Um, uh, that's a game show that I mentioned. Um, they already got Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grader back on the air. I wish they would put Legends of the Hidden Temple back on the air because it was a great game show and there was a game show called Figure It Out with Summer Summer Sanders. There was a game show called Figure It Out with your host, some Summer Sanders. I wish they would reboot um that 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 one. Um, that show was called Figure It Out with Summer Sanders. That was my favorite game show as well. Um, in in including over there, um, Legends of the Hidden Temple and um, um, there was this show on Nickelodeon called the 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 last air airbender, which that ran for quite a while. Um, and so did Jim, Jim, Jimmy Neutron, uh, the, 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 the very odd parents. It went on Nickelodeon too. Um, Keenan, Keenan and Kel went for a, a long time too in the 90s. Uh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles went for a long time in the 90s too. G- Ginger, Ginger was a was a was another name of another Nickelodeon show that I used to watch. Um, um, God, there were so many I can't remember. Uh, I think I mentioned the the the, the Rugrats. Um, um, and 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 Ren and Stimpy was another cartoon on Nickelodeon. It it ran on Nickelodeon to two two in the 90s, and the Animaniacs ran on Nickelodeon too. I remember seeing the Animaniacs on Nickelodeon too in the 90s, and um, you remember this classic show. I'll sing it to you. We we are Pinky and the Brain, Pinky and the Brain. That show was about two l- l- laugh rats that, you know, used to work in the lab. Um, and there was this show called Back in the Barnyard, and J- Jimmy Neutron and God, there was they they had some some classic shows. I can't remember them all. I can't. They had the the the, the nanny the nanny that 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 ran on Nick at night. They had tag, tag, taxi that ran on Nick at night. They had Cheers that ran on Nick at night as well. They had I Love Lucy that ran on 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 Nick on Nick at Night as well. They had a bunch of shows that ran on Nick, Nickelodeon for quite some time. What are the top 10 Nickelodeon shows that you guys can remember? If if you if you were a, a Nickelodeon kid back in the 90s, which show was your favorite show back in Nickelodeon history? If you were a kid and you grown up watching Nickelodeon, what was your favorite top 10 shows that you used to watch on Nickelodeon? And my all-time favorite show is so Zoe one. It's Zoe 101. So Zoe 101. That was another Nickelodeon show that went on Nickelodeon for quite some time, and Ginger is another Nickelodeon show that went in the 2000s, uh, on Nickelodeon. Um, God, they had a bunch of shows on Nickelodeon that I can't even remember, guys. Um, um, I like all shows on the Nickelodeon. Oh, guys, coming up on Nickelodeon very soon is the 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 the, the reboot of of Blues Clues. It's 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 November the 11th. It's it's the reboot of Blues Clues with a different host. It's not Steve and it's not Joe. This 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 guy's name is J- J- Josh. He's he's the new host of Blues Clues, and I I cannot wait to see that, and and I I got a Nickelodeon question out there. When did Rocket Power on Nickelodeon first come out? When did Rocket Power on Nickelodeon first come out? You guys can use Google to answer that question. Um, let's take a break, and I'll be right back. After this short break, right here on the Disability TV Network, live. You you are watching a weekend edition of the Alex Perez Show. I'll be right back after this short break. Oh, and I forgot to mention there was one more Nickelodeon show that I like. which was Jenny, the teenage robot, and Danny, Danny, Fa- Dan, Danny Phantom, um, which is another show that went on Nickelodeon, and the Wild Thornberries that went on Nickelodeon as well. There was a lot of shows that went on Nickelodeon that I like and that I like today and that I wish that I can that that they could be rebooted after all these years. Um okay guys, I'll be back after this short break on the Disability TV network. And I like this old show on Nickelodeon called Ginger. I know it's not Halloween, but happy Halloween, everybody. Ah, ha, ha. I know it's not Halloween yet, but happy Halloween, everybody. To the ones that go trick or treating. Are you guys afraid of the dark? Ah, ha, ha. I'll be back with more Alex Bliss Show. After this short break, I dare you to to come back if you dare. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hi guys on the Alex Bullis show page. And welcome to a Wednesday night edition of the Alex Bullis show on the Disability TV Network. On today's show,